How long you been married?
We've been married since 92, so what's that, 32 years?
How? Like for the
We
masses?
want to be.
Oh, Cam Newton doesn't need to be shaking. Cam Newton needs to be listening. So Ice Cube is now, come on, Funky Fridays. And all the Ice Cube clips are being released right now over there on YouTube. But one is going viral about Ice Cube talking about being with the same woman for 30 plus years. Classy.
It's about doggone time that somebody marriage is going viral for a good reason. And I'm going to say this. I really appreciate Ice Cube speaking on the marriage for 32, 33 years with his wife.
That's because it was so good to see him talking to Cam Newton about his 30-year marriage, and Cam could not understand.
What's up, guys? It's your girl Rivah, and I'm back again with another video. So recently, Cam Newton sat down with Ice Cube, and they had so many different conversations about so many different things, but I wanted to talk about this conversation in particular, in which Cam Newton asked Ice Cube, you know, how has he managed to stay married for as long as he has?
How long you been married?
We've been married since 92, so what's that, 32 years?
How?
Now, I want to start off by saying this, right? I believe that a lot of people who are listening to Cam Newton speak after the Dr. Bryant interview.
In order for us to take it and heal it and do something with it, we got to call a damn duck a duck, so we know where to put it, what to feed it, how to do it, and what it needs. We can't be in this society as black people and want to give things different words so that it makes us feel better about our decision.
Are purposely listening to the things that he's saying and are trying to spin whatever it is that he could be talking about just to fit the narrative and prove that Dr. Bryant was right. Okay, that's just my personal opinion, because I believe that when he asked this question, he was genuinely asking him how this man, a rapper, an actor, somebody that has had, you know, so much power and pull and the ability to have or obtain whatever amount of women that he wants to, how has he truly been able to effectively maintain this relationship? Right? I think that it was a genuine question. I don't think it was a question of him asking to prove that it was impossible. I think that he was definitely opening the doors for Ice Cube to explain how it is possible, or how he was able to achieve these results. You know, when compared to a lot of his peers, they were unable to garner the same exact results.
Like for the
We
masses?
want to be. You got to want it. I don't want nobody to have my woman. She mine. I'm hers.
Now, this answer, I think that Ice Cube, you know, said to Cam Newton, I think it goes over a lot of people's head. He says, because we want to be. Right? And as simple and as plain as that answer may seem, it speaks volumes. And he didn't say because I want to be. He didn't say because she wants to be. He says, we have been able to be married for 32 years because we both have wanted to be married. We wake up every day and the two of us both want to be in a relationship with each other. And wanting to be in a relationship doesn't only look like having conversations and telling everybody else that you want to be married. It looks like the willingness to put in the work every single day. It looks like the willingness to decide, you know, as just, I'm speaking from a woman's perspective, of I am not going to try to argue and have the last word. I'm not going to disrespect this man who I want to be married to. I'm not going to try to diminish this man that I want to be married to. I'm not going to step on his toes. I'm not going to try to emasculate him. I'm going to do everything in my power to be the best counterpart for this person that I want to be in a relationship with. It reminds me of, like, you know, when people get into relationships in the beginning and, you know, the woman is so willing, right? Like, a lot of you guys can go back if you're not in a relationship, or if you are in the beginning of a relationship, and you know, like, you know, the woman is willing to do the most. There's very little that a woman will say no to in the beginning of the relationship, right? When the butterflies are still floating around, you know, when everything is all cool, y'all ain't had y'all first argument yet. Like, there is very little that a woman is willing to say no to. When he says because we both want to be married, that's the first thing that my mind reflects to.
Want to be. You got to want it.
Those same things and that same willingness that women have in the beginning of the relationship, that's what they bring to the longevity of the relationship. So they are maintaining, or able to maintain, that level of love, admiration, and respect, not only for their partner, but for the relationship as a whole. They're not walking into the relationship like, oh yeah, I got it like that. And yeah, well, he been with me this amount of time. He better know I love him, or he better, just take whatever I give him. No. It's that same love, that same admiration that this man is still getting. So the relationship keeps renewing over and over again. So although they've been together for 32 years, I'm sure it still feels fresh, like they just got married a couple years ago. Not because they haven't been through more things, but because of their connection, that they always go through things and then rely on each other and build on that.
What's the word that we just had somebody on? The relationship has to have staying power.
I think that Cam Newton response here obviously shows clearly that he, was definitely listening to what Ice Cube said, and he completely understood where he was coming from. And before I get into, the continuation of what Ice Cube said, I want to say this part about Cam Newton. I think that people believe that because Cam Newton has not chosen to be married, it is, somewhat saying that he is incapable of being married. I don't believe that. Any man who wants to, especially if they have a certain level of status, power, whatever the case is, they can be married if they want to. He can turn around and be a husband if he so chooses to.
We want to be.
I believe that that's just personally not what he's aspiring for, and that's not his personal choice. But it does not make, this is just my personal opinion, it does not make Ice Cube a better man than Cam Newton because Ice Cube made certain choices and Cam Newton is not choosing to. And I hope you guys completely understand what I'm saying. Just because some men exercise options and some men choose not to, it does not make one man better than the next. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm a woman. I'm giving you guys my personal opinion. I know that people have different conversations. They say, it's about a man being able to conquer himself and not just act off of feeling or impulse. And I get that. But in some of these spaces, it's not even acting off of impulse. It's their ability to be able to be who they truly are. You have some men, I'm not talking about Ice Cube, I'm talking about other men. There's some men who have been married for a long time and are living a lie. They're miserable. They can't stand it. Don't want to be with the wife. Don't want to be with one woman. But they've been in this mold that they feel like they have to be like this. Otherwise, they're not going to be accepted by others. And there's some men who have the ability to live in their truth, and women who are around them who understand them and have no problem with it. So I just wanted to say that before I get into the continuation of the conversation.
Certain things in the culture has never changed. It's just all about how you are locked in with your partner.
Now, in him saying, it's about how you're locked in with your partner, I completely agree. And one thing that I've continually said over and over again is that I believe that a lot of people have a hard time maintaining relationships because they are not friends with their partner.
And we friends. So, all that is the combination to me to make sure it works.
That person has to be your friend, and not just your friend, your very best friend. Okay. There's some men who are in relationships and that's just their girl. They don't talk about nothing. That's just their girl. They go on dates or whatever the case is, but they don't have that camaraderie with one another, and vice versa with some women. That's their man, but they go to their homegirls for everything. They talk to their homegirls about intricate details.
We're going to keep people out of our business. You tell somebody your business, even if it's your friend, your sister, brother, mother, whatever, tell them your business. And you end up making up with your woman. Yeah. And then you go back around and your friend, she's still on that shit.
They don't let that person into that side of themselves. And you have to be locked in. And as a woman, they always say women will be the best for, the FBI or for all that kind of stuff because women are, they just got to know everything. There's nothing that you should know more as a woman in a relationship than your man. You need to know how he is for real. You need to know who he is, what he likes, what he doesn't like, what upsets him, what makes him happy. You need to study that person like you are in college trying to get your doctorate degree. Okay, you need to be all up and not studying him in the space of invasion, right? Where you all up in his business. No, you just need to admire him, understand him, know the things that make him tick, know the things that make him ticked off. Like you need to know that person. That way, you have the ability to be the best counterpart for him. I know he don't like grocery shopping and walking up and down the aisle. So you know what? I don't mind doing it. So I'm going to make sure that I don't have to drag him to the grocery store every single time that I go. I can go by myself and get the groceries. And if he wants to come when I'm only picking up a few items, I'm going to do that because I don't want to make him miserable by forcing him to do something that I want him to do with me when I know he doesn't like it. A lot of women go wrong doing those things all the time. They know for a fact that their man doesn't like when they doing their Saturday shopping and spending hours up and down the aisles, but they force him to do it. Oh, you don't spend time with me. I want you to go with me. The man is miserable. Leave him alone. Let him have his space. You have your space. You do what you want to do. And again, it's about knowing your partner, knowing the balance.
Stay with a person for as long as you've been with your person and can honestly say, man, every single day I wake up and it's just doves flying.
But who in your life is it like that with? You don't like your mama every day. Some days she get on your nerves. Some day, you know, your brother.
Now, when Cam Newton brought up this part of, you know, basically it's not happiness and roses all the time, especially with them being married for 32 years. Of course, they've been through things. You know, again, I think that a lot of women, you know, who are fans of Dr. Bryant, were just going down a whole tangent on this and like, oh, he's trying to prove to him why he's unfaithful. He's trying to prove to him, you know, why he can't be faithful in a relationship or why he's not able to settle down. That's not what it is. I think Cam was trying to move the point across that the same way that him and his woman Jazzy have been through things, that he knows for a fact that Ice Cube and his woman have been through things.
Because it gets rocky, you know, but when you really think about it, you know, it ain't no place I would rather be. And when she, you know, checked the list, it ain't no place she'd rather be.
And that I believe, and this is just my personal, you know, observation and my opinion of what he was trying to say at that time, is that every relationship on social media is painted that nobody goes through things. Everything is perfect. Everybody's always happy. And that the minute that you're not happy, you have to leave the relationship and you have to start over and try to be, you know, only happy with somebody else. That's not reality. Reality is that you're in a relationship, you're going to go through ebbs and flows. Just like how Ice Cube said, you don't like your mama every day or your brother. You're going to go through ebbs and flows in the relationship. It is natural. Everything is not going to be, you know, butterflies and happiness. That's just not reality. You have to go through things to grow through things. That's natural. But again, it's how you go through those problems. It's how you maintain through those issues. It's how you leave everybody out your business. It's how you lean on each other through those times. And again, choose each other and choose to grow stronger together, as opposed to separating yourselves or looking on the outside and saying, well, how come they don't argue like us? Or how come they don't do? No, you don't know their intricate business. Focus on you, your relationship, and how to grow through things. That's very vital.
Every day ain't going to be roses.
Yeah.
You can't expect that from your spouse. It's all about, are y'all a family or not? You know, you got to be willing to give. And as a person that you want to give to, your time, effort, and love.
I loved this portion of the conversation. I think that, again, a lot of people took from it what they wanted to because of, again, siding with Dr. Bryant and wanting to prove something about Cam Newton or prove his inability to do something. Like, that's my personal opinion of people are purposely choosing to misunderstand the conversations that he has or the things that he's saying because they want him to be the bad guy and they want Dr. Bryant to be right. Right? They want it to be proven that he's so wrong and he's so messed up and they need to go save Jazzy out of the situation. That's what they want, instead of listening to the actual gems of the people that he's bringing on, like Ice Cube, who's having this conversation and being real with him. Right? Men who are of status, power, finances, whatever the case is, when another man is like, yo, how did you do it? People need to be effectively listening to what Ice Cube is saying. And again, not just acting like he is just, you know, this exemplary man compared to other men, because a lot of women are pedestalizing Ice Cube instead of pedestalizing his wife.
Respect is a big part of it. You know, she respects me and I respect her.
And let me break down what I'm trying to say. They're pedestaling. Oh yeah, that's a good man. I love how Ice Cube said that, because that's what a real man is. Oh, Cam is a boy. You know, he's a man. That's how a man's supposed to act. Y'all need to be trying to figure out, what is it about his wife that is making him, after 32 years, still be able to talk about her in this way? That's what these women should be studying. We have never seen this woman in no tabloids. We never seen her twerking on social media. I don't even think she has a social media. We've never heard a peep out of this woman. You guys have to be understanding or trying to study, how can I be the counterpart of a man and act in a way that a man is going to speak about me like this in 32 years? That's the deeper conversation. I'll let you know what you guys think about this in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear you guys' thoughts and your opinions on this entire conversation. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you guys in the next one. Love you.